God, my hair looks fucked up, but we're gonna bear with it, bitch. Did you know you could have a crush on someone and just like you actually don't? You could think to yourself, I have feelings for this man. I had met this guy recently. We'll call him Boomerang Dick because his dick was built like a fucking hand doing a free throw toss. Like it just had an angle. It went to the side. It was huge like a forearm, but it had a tilt in it like a boomerang. It's like, I don't know, like imagine a street that just suddenly dips and curves. That's what his dick was like. Fan fucking tastic dick. And I kept thinking to myself, oh my god, I have the biggest crush on this guy. Ooh, and it's like, and I thought to myself, Tamia, you don't have a crush on this guy. I was like, why not? And I said, because you don't even remember his fucking name. And I thought, yes, I do. His name's Ian O'Connor. No, Daniel. And I kept telling myself, no, his name's not Daniel. Tyler, no. Jeremiah, no. Shit. And then I went through like 8 names in my head before I finally went, oh, Isaac. Yes, Isaac. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. But to be fair, in my defense, I also managed to date my ex Liam for like a whole month before I actually remembered their name. Like I kept calling them Lucas in my head and kept fucking up. But he knew I still cared for him. He knew I was just really bad at names. And a part of me was like, oh, but I do have feelings for him. Look, he's so cute. He's so sweet. But deep down, I thought, okay, name something he's done that was sweet. In fact, weren't you depressed a bit ago and then he decided to send you a picture of his dick in response? Like, not even to cheer you up, just because he was horny and wanted to talk about that instead of what was really stressing you out? And I thought, yeah, that's true. And then what's worse about it is that he sent me a picture of his dick as he was watching Sex in the City, which I ain't gonna say much. People can like what they like, but it's something kind of offensive about how you're watching the least attractive member and the least interesting character on Sex in the City, and you're just like, that reminds me, I need to contact Tamia. Like, what the fuck? I'm sure he wouldn't like it if I was watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and then I see Rickety Cricket on screen, and I'm like, oh yeah, that reminds me, I have to text Ian or Isaac, whatever the fuck his name is, a picture of my pussy. Like, that's just kind of, that, I don't know. And it's like, something about that is offensive. I can't say why, but it's also just baffling. But and it's like, okay, I guess he's a Sex in the City guy. I criticize people who watch Sex in the City, so I know for damn sure I definitely do not have a crush on this nigga as much as I think. Like, I don't know who his favorite Sex in the City character is. How do I think I even have a crush on him? And I thought to myself, I probably do still have feelings for him. And it's like, but the more I thought on it, it's like, I can't name a single thing about his face that I'm genuinely attracted to. I was like, is it his eyes? And I thought, no, I literally called him ballsack eyes in my mind when I first met him because he has those hooded eyes that sag over and you can't really see the pupil. It's not model lids. It's just like, like Jennifer Lawrence's eyes. It's like you just ballsack eyes. I thought, is it his smile? I thought this man has the like thinnest lips known to man. He does have nice teeth, but I don't know. Maybe his smile. His smile is kind of cute. Yeah. I thought to myself, there's something about his face that I really like. And I could recognize that there were things I was attracted to about him, his dick obviously, but even without that, it's like, okay, I like that he's tall. I like the feeling of a guy who's like 6 foot something and a bit taller than me. That's nice. Because I'm like 5'8", so it's kind of rare when I meet someone who's taller than me. And I kind of thought long and hard about it, just like his dick. Sorry. And I thought, there's something really nice about something about him that's making me feel attached to him. There was something I saw in his face that one night he walked me to the BART station and then walked me home. And I can't tell what it is. And eventually it clicked. He had a certain softness and kindness in his face that I hadn't been shown in quite a while. And that's what I was really looking for. I wasn't looking for like a new romantic partner, fuck no. I wasn't looking for a new fuck buddy. Like, that's cool and all, but I didn't need it. Like, if anything, I remember I even almost canceled my plans to hook up with him the day we did. But the night that he walked me home, I remember just thought, wow, this guy seems pleasant. I like the way he's smiling at me. I like it that his eyes don't look at me with hatred or inherent lust, just with kindness, just to be sweet. And I like that his smile seems pure and not of like evil, awful intentions, just like this is someone who just seems happy to be here, just making conversation with me on a late night home and making sure I get home safely. And I thought that was cute. And then I kind of realized, oh, I did not have feelings for that man. Maybe I liked the idea of the potential, and of course that's squandered now because we hooked up. And I know how male psychology and that shit works, so let's not even get too much into that depressing topic. But I will say, I don't even like the guy that much. He was sweet to me just in a time of hardness, and I needed that softness a lot more than he ever could know. Because I remember leading up to that, I was feeling kind of suicidal, just a little bit. And I was feeling really rough around the edges. And I remember I went out that night with my homegirl, who kind of pulled an Irish goodbye, which was definitely not fucking fun. But sorry, I'm trying to make sure I describe this in a nice way and don't go too long on this topic. But like I said, almost a lot of my videos recently have been about my most recent last three relationships, or like some dudes I've been seeing. Like, not a bunch of positive stories, as you can imagine. Like, okay, that condescending dude who was taking me out to like spas and French food, not very good energy at all. Like, he was not a soft person, despite claiming that he would always be thinking about me. We already know about Morgan, we know about Jared. Liam, I don't talk about him much for a reason, but he's not an inherently bad guy. But like any softness that was there between me and him, just it doesn't seem like it's really existent anymore. So now it's just like, oh, look, here's someone who just came into my life. And instead of just being like any other dude who tries to do a DM slide talking about, ooh, I want to meet, what's it gonna take to fuck, blah, 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 or any pervert who pretends to care, it seems like at least for a bit that he actually did. Could have been real, could have been fake, but all I know is I appreciate that more than he could ever know. So, despite how that obviously didn't last, because, he later on started showing more assholey traits that showed that, he's human like everyone else. Horny, lustful, assholey, a little weird, watches Sex in the City. Flaws like that. Everybody has those flaws. But I think, I don't know, I remember I was stressing over him for a few days, and then I kind of realized, no, I actually don't want this guy to text me back. In fact, the only reason I could think of wanting him to text me back is because it would like stroke my ego, but then again, I don't inherently even like or care about this guy. I don't find him to be very cute. He's not really charming. I wouldn't really describe him as inherently sweet anymore. He's just some dude who managed to be that way to me for a little bit one night. And inherently, like, I'll put it this way. I got abandoned by some people who I really cared about recently, and it hurt like a motherfucker. Jared abandoned me in a time of need, so did Morgan. Liam, he's just hardly even around enough for me to even count him as around, even though, like, just. And then I had to lose a few friends, some good, some bad, some necessary. All necessary. And I had been dealing with feelings of loss, like, damn, I just really want to feel like there's someone on this planet who cares about me and actually can like prove it and be sweet and kind to me, and I forgot how that felt. I had people who I thought were sweet betray me recently. That hurt. I had people who I at least thought could be fun friends betray me. And I just, I had lovers who refused to leave for ages, even when I begged them to leave. They only abandoned me when I actually fucking needed them. That did really bad to my psyche. So I guess all of that fucked with my ego. And so that led to me going, oh fuck, I don't feel the same anymore. I don't know how I am. Am I just an object of lust to people, just someone that they bring around to kill time or distract themselves from their own problems and have someone to vent to? But no one cares about my problems or my life. And that shit sucked. And I was kind of losing myself and losing my. Also, I guess another part of me, aside from like the massive pain of like, oh, I'm losing everyone who I thought I cared about recently, and my ego is hurt because I thought I mattered to them, and I guess I didn't. On top of that, I was worried that Jared was going to be the last guy to give me butterflies. I remember I felt that way about Morgan too, and then I met Jared, and then that ended up backfiring regardless. So